Mistweaver is looking so solid in Season 3 of The War Within. Today we're going to be playing the Celestial Conduit build, Conduit of the Celestials. This build is extremely powerful already, but it's very safe in current WoW. However, in future WoW, it maintains that safety because you still have Celestial Conduit, a throughput cooldown, another healing cooldown in your arsenal, but you're gaining even more damage and even more safety. This is just like, it's gaining everything that you would want. So how this works is we're going to be playing around this buff that we get, Heart of the Jade Serpent. This is going to shave time off of our Thunder Focus Tea, Rising Sun Kick, Life Cocoon, but the big two are Life Cocoon and Thunder Focus Tea. And we're going to get this buff whenever we press Conduit. We get it doubly effective, so we get a lot of time shaved off of those cooldowns. We also get it whenever we press Shayloon's Gift. But now the big one coming into this season is Thunder Focus Tea. And notice that Thunder Focus Tea is one of the spells that this shaves time off of. So you create this little self-fulfilling loop of getting your Thunder Focus Teas off cooldown. Now, why is that important? Why do we need that many Thunder Focus Teas? Well, we're going to be gaining the buff Jade Empowerment. So now all of these new Thunder Focus Teas are going to convert into actual throughput cooldowns in Jade Empowerment. On top of that, Jade Empowerment is a ton of damage, so you're gaining damage, bonus, like mini cooldowns in AoE packs, and you're gaining a haste buff from your tier set. On top of all that, you're getting more Life Cocoon, so it's just like everything that you want to do as a Mistweaver in a dungeon is getting better. Now, as we get into this key, this is a group that I saw, they were declining Disc Priest left and right. I think this tank really wanted like a little Fizz comp, even though this isn't like the most Fizz of Fizz comps. But this already goes to show you that people are looking for Mistweavers. And I think the big discussion that I've been seeing in my comments whenever I make tier list videos for next season, one, they're very speculative, okay? There's no way I can just guess what the meta is going to be. I can do an educated guess, but I can't predict it off the bat. But a lot of people are saying that the strength of Brewmaster in Season 3 is going to make Mistweaver suck. And while I don't completely disagree that the strength of Brewmaster plays in a big role to the success of Mistweaver, it does not make it suck at all. Okay, let's heal this Radiant Pulse with one of our mini lightnings that you're going to see in this dungeon. Let's go ahead and Conduit as well. Just get that Thunder Focus Tea rolling again. Keep those haste buffs going. You see, we're just getting... This haste buff is just like permanent, basically. We have 15% haste for free. But I do think the Brewmaster buffs and the Brewmaster changes, it's going to be fantastic, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Brewmaster is going to be exceptional, and how well Brewmaster performs will affect the amount of groups that Mistweavers are going to get into, because let's just be real. Oh, God. Don't pull it all. Tank, what are we doing? Oh, my goodness. Like, no group is going to want a Brewmaster and a Mistweaver. You know, that's just not going to happen. However, Brewmaster's not the only tank looking good, okay? Prot Warrior is looking fantastic as well. I'm trying to heal this while talking. Let's dodge this beam. Let's dodge all this nonsense. Brewmaster's looking good, but so is Prot Warrior. So, Guardian Druid's even looking pretty good too, and from what I've seen. So there's more avenues to a physical comp than just Brewmaster. I think a lot of people are missing that. A lot of people are skipping over that. And there's going to be people playing Mistweaver. I'm going to be playing Mistweaver, and I know a lot of you guys will too. So y'all are going to form groups around you as well. It's not just going to be every group leader is going to be a Brewmaster. You know what I mean? So I definitely think there is room for Brewmasters to chisel out a pretty nice spot in the meta discussion for those that care about that discussion. All right, we need to heal these two people that just lost their weapons, and then we can just go ahead and Crackle. Crackle's getting good cleave value because we have these specialists to cleave off of here while they're still alive, so I wanted to squeeze that in, basically. We really want to dodge these swirlies. But you see, like, I always have cooldowns available, and I think that's one thing that is just super strong about Mistweaver in Season 3. Run, DK, run. Like, one thing that is incredible. And on top of that, like, one thing that I haven't seen any discussion about other than, like, in my Twitch chat and, you know, in some of my videos is, all of this AoE throughput that we're gaining, at least in mobs, like against packs and stuff, by going Conduit, And by getting more Crackling Jade Lightnings in a dungeon, or Jade-empowered Crackling Jade Lightnings, I should say, all of this AoE throughput that we're gaining from this tier set can it can allow you to go single target Shayloons. Let's go ahead and stand behind the boss, because do not want to be walked at here. So you'll see here in this build that I'm running, I am running single target Shayloons. And it basically just gives me a lay on hands every like 25 or so seconds, like bang. We just smacked it on the DK, basically laid on hands them, and fully healed him. Like, it's crazy how much healing this does. And it's not that it's any better than 5-man Shayloons. Like, 5-man Shayloons is obviously very good in Mythic Plus and 5-man content. But, you know, you don't want so many tools that do the same thing. On your tool belt, God, that's so loud. On your tool belt, you want different, like, tools that do different things. You want like a Swiss Army knife, not just like 16 butter knives. You know what I mean? So I do think that is an option that's being opened up that we can explore. Like, look at that. I just healed half of my tank's bar with a shock heal. Oh God, I took a stack. Let's go ahead and, I guess we can fort brew this. We can go and cocoon the DK since we have so many cocoons. I'm also just going to lightning, basically for damage there, because we're about to get Thunderfolk's Tea up again. Let's just go ahead and press it. Yeah, so every time I Shayloons, every time I Thunderfolk's Tea, we're gaining that buff that's taking time off of our Thunderfolk's Tea. I see that my Hunter just gained 2 stacks. Bang. He is full health. Oh God. Okay, 2 stacks is a lot though. So I basically laid on Handsome with Shayloons, and then the Paladin laid on Handsome, which is pretty funny. Like actual factual lay on hands. You see here, like, I used 2 Crackling Jade Lightnings there, and now I'm walking out of that pack with 2 charges of Jade Empowerment and Thunderfolk's Tea ready. So you just get so much. So let's just go ahead and dump 1 charge here, then we can Thunderfolk's Tea again. Let's dodge that Hunter. Watch out. Notice I'm playing Jade. I'm playing. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Not Jade Empowerment. What is this? Jade Bond. Jade Bond. Yeah, I'm playing Jade Bond. I haven't pressed Chi-Chi in a while. Like, I pressed it once earlier in the dungeon, but I just have so many buttons. I still have 2 Crackling Jade Lightnings. Yeah, we're fighting a single target. That's kind of easy, but Dispel what? Oh goodness, my UI is not showing the Dispel, so I might have just let this debuff sit on the tank. I did. Okay, now that I'm thinking back on it, I absolutely did. Nope. Did I pull? I did not. We're so fast. Oh, we pulled this though. I think that was on purpose. Ooh, okay, maybe not, because the DK just died. Frenzy Charge, we can take that over here. Oh, I wasn't in time. We can tune this guy, Shayloons that guy, Conduit. Then we can follow it up with the lightnings. We're going to have infinite lightnings here, because I have a conduited buff. We can lightning again before this guy charges out, so it cleaves. We can Shayloons here. That bleed hurts, man. Bleed really does hurt. We probably should Chi-Chi here. Let's go and do that. But you see what I mean about the single target Shayloons? Is that, like, you have so much AoE throughput that, like, you can afford to drop you can afford. I'm not saying that you necessarily should. I'm just saying it's an option in some dungeons, which I think this is a pretty good dungeon to drop AoE Shayloons for single target Shayloons. And what makes that also doubly good is not only is it like a, God, I just blasted my tank's health bar. Not only is it just like really strong and it's another tool that we can use, but it does actually play very well with this build because, like, what am I trying to say? Because AoE Shayloon's gift is only really worth pressing once you're at like 7's kind of pushing it 8 or more stacks because you want it to be like a cooldown basically. Whereas single target Shayloon's, like, it's so strong, like it does so much single target healing that, especially if you're healing a DPS, you don't always need to let it stack up to 10. Like, you don't need to let it stack up. I can send like a 4-stack Shayloons with single target Shayloons if I really want to. Wait, this is weird. Every group that I've been doing today has been skipping this guy, so I'm kind of curious what the play is. what his mechanics are, if I'm being honest. I haven't really fought this guy yet this season. Oh, he's the guy that tethers people. Okay. We are going to spot heal this. Y'all see there, the new toy that Mistweavers have is our new Vivacious. I just kind of used it there to double vivify that guy. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and crackle, because we just have so many crackling Jade Lightnings. I'm going to use this downtime to get some mana back. I think all this haste that I have is just kind of making me use a little bit more mana here. Go ahead and Shayloons that guy. Go ahead and, yeah, definitely kill that mini-boss. We have Thunder Focus up again. Okay, we're coming into this room, which this room I would think is like the hardest part of this dungeon. If I'm being honest, we're coming into this room with literally everything. We have Revival, we have both defensives, we have a Shayloons that's about to be like almost fully stacked. We have 2 charges of Jade Empowerment. We're about to have Thunder Focus. Like, we just have everything. We have an abundance of buttons, an abundance of safety. You can never have enough cooldowns as Mistweaver in Season 3, which is why I really, really, really am liking the Conduit build. I definitely should have Jade Lightning there. I'm gonna move out of this, and since we have so many Jade Lightnings available, we can just send one as we move out to, you know, not be AFK basically. Dang, I can't believe that I missed that tank dispel earlier. Totally just forgot about it. This debuff doesn't do like too much damage. Go ahead and zap him. Okay, this, I am going to diffuse magic and dispel that. Go to Shayloons. Let's send it on the Paladin. Go and cocoon the tank. This really does hurt the tank. Every time I've done this dungeon and we've kind of like, ooh. I was about to say, every time that we've kind of done this pool in this room, we've definitely lost the tank there. So we might want to reset. I don't really know. I don't know if we're going to reset, but yeah, we definitely had 2 people get absolutely clobbered. I don't know. Uh-oh. No. One offline. No, don't be offline, please. We can kind of face tank some of these if we want to. I kind of don't want to because that really did hurt. Oof. That's so much. We can 4-man this. We're already like mostly through this dungeon. We do have a good bit of like RP left, which is like annoying, but you know, obviously we don't need another person for RP. We can go ahead and dispel that. Oh, tank! What happened to the tank? Oh god, people. No. Alright, we're back at the part where that person left the group at. I don't know why people have been doing that so much on PTR, but it's almost... I called it in my last video. It's like, they die one time, and then they just, like, log out, and then log into their next character. Hopefully this isn't the same DK, because that is just so cringe. Big shame. If y'all know that person, you know, don't post anything about them in the comments, but definitely tell them the next time that y'all have, like, raid night with them. Be like, dude, be better. Be better. Let's go ahead and Conduit. Okay, this guy is pretty annoying. He puts out a lot of dots. He does a lot of damage, but like I said, we just have so much healing. Like I can't find enough time to use these Crackling Jade Lightnings. Even in single target, they are a damage increase to your single target rotation, the Crackling Jade Lightnings, the Jade Empowerments, I should say. So it's still worth pressing because, you know, more damage is more healing with Mistweaver. Oh, come on. We keep losing people here. It's just dodge. That's all it is. But then this Acolyte comes down. It does get very scary. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Chi-Ji here because he's about to start spitting out orbs. It's pretty scary. He's about to start spitting these anima orbs out. I have the consumption. This debuff's really cool because this is how you like eat the anima orbs that spit out, and this tank does know, or at least played back in Shadowlands, knows what we were doing back in Shadowlands, which is pretty funny. which is you tank them in the corner so all the orbs kind of can only come from like one direction, but really it's like a 90-degree angle. Or a 90-degree dangle. I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference, but I still said it. Let's go and pop it offensive. And we live that. Easy peasy. So this group, it's totally different people. The last group just disbanded because the DK left the group, which is cringe. I've said that like 10 times. But this group had a lot more struggles. I don't think some of these people really know all the mechanics, so we might get some interesting moments where... I'm just going to go and revival that. We might get some interesting moments with this group where things are just harder than they should be, like this right here. But now we're on to the boss, finally. This room is pretty obnoxious. Let's go ahead and Conduit. Ooh, we almost got clipped by that, but the Hunter did, but they stayed alive. Okay, let's use that Conduit cooldown shaving. Try and get some cooldowns back. I'm going to run around and eat as many of these orbs as I can. There are so many tucked in this corner. I know this isn't like technically what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just there are so many kind of stacked up and so many in this room. I feel like it'll just make things easier. Get out of this. Dash this way and then crackle. Chains on me. Go ahead and pop it offensive just in case these orbs hit me. I did just Conduit too, which that's another reason why I really like Conduit, because it does give you like a mini defensive. I think it's only like 15% damage mitigation, but it lasts the whole few seconds that you channel it. And then I believe like either 8 or 12 seconds after it. I should know that, but I kind of just pop it. I think, man, this is awesome. I have a free defensive in my kit. You see here, like one of Mistweaver's biggest annoyances throughout history has been like, it is a little hard to heal while on the move, and it's hard to heal whenever you get forced out of melee, and Jade Empowerment really does help with the whole like healing not in melee moment. So getting more uses in a dungeon of Jade Empowerment is really, really nice. Gotta look up my headset, it's starting to beep at me. I've been trying to record this video for hours now, but we're good. We have a group. Okay, we're back to this guy. Oh god, people. I said BK. I don't know what that means, but we're going to Conduit and then crackle. Oh, live. And having a few targets to cleave on is making this a lot easier than it normally is, but this guy is very difficult. Ooh, we got linked to someone and instantly sucked into a ball. I'm never repeating that statement ever again. We need to get to safety, which I don't think there is any safety, if I'm being honest. I say as I walk into death. Yeah, we got a Chi-Ji. Hunter? No, that's walking into death. Okay, thank you, Hunter, for proving me wrong. That's right. I'm starting to remember this guy's mechanics. You have to, like, kite. You can't just pull in one spot, because you have to kind of, like, go to the side of where all those death orbs are. We can boot this guy out of that. Alright, now on to the RP section of the dungeon. And like I said, this group struggled a lot on the first boss, struggled a lot on the boss mechanics. We somehow kind of made it a little unscathed on the last boss, which I think is harder. So I don't think our timer's even a factor. I don't even care about timing dungeons on PTR, if I'm being honest with you guys. But hopefully these guys stick around so we can finish it. Go ahead and stop that. We can crackle on this guy to kill him. And here we go. We got a fun pull here. Let's do this. We have a maxed Shaylins. Our Hunter did not heed the tank's warning to stay there. I'm going to go ahead and cocoon the tank if I can. Got letter opener on the tank. That's going to be a big bleed. Let's crackle because we can. Got Thunderfolk's Teat. Now let's go ahead and Conduit, and then I'm going to Crackle again. Oh, tank live. We have a Shaylin's. The Hunter died. We need to stun all this. We might just want to spin here, which is kind of an upside to going Conduit, is that you aren't, like, punished for spinning. Not like punished. It's not actively taking away your effectiveness, but you are missing out on a lot of synergy in your kit when you spin on Master of Harmony. Ow! Ow, that hurt. Oh my god. That just, like, kind of clobbered me. Okay, I wonder, I've done this dungeon a couple times on PTR, and I've done that pool a couple times. I wonder if we hasted it, or we lusted it every time, but I know we've lusted it a few times, so I wonder if that's what we should be doing. Because you see, it can just kind of, like, if you let it live too long, it can pop you. Like, it can do so much damage. But we are coming into, I think, one of the more fun bosses in this dungeon. This room has, like, death chickens and just, like, angry mailmen. Like, this dungeon, dude, the theme of this dungeon is so sick. Oh, we haven't even made it to the band boss yet. Letter opener. Okay, another junk mail's going to the mage, so I am going to lightning that. We have conduits, so let's just go and pop it here. We have a junk mail going to the tank. He already has a bleed on him. Alright, let's blast this boss. I don't know. I mean, this boss doesn't take too long, honestly. Especially, no, this is what you lust. You lust the boss. Okay. But the next boss does. Like, the band boss, that one does take a while. Hazardous liquid. And kind of, like, roll through that line if I need to. Fan mail. Woo! Crackling Jade Lightning. OP. This is a stack. This is a stack. Ah, stop running. I'm not going to Chi-Ji just yet. Okay, we have packages that need to be delivered. Do mechanics, people. We're going to wipe. We're going to wipe. Trying to do the heal check while I'm doing the mechanic and running all over the place. But shout out to single target Shaylin's, because I think it kind of saved me there. We have more unstable goods. We have a lot of buttons that we can press on the move. My UI is not set up right. I have my random action button just like the most random spot on my UI. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's what happens when you miss a bomb. It hurts. You wipe. Oh my god, dude. The tank left. This is getting so cringe, but I'm still gonna include it. We did wipe, but it was to a mechanic that like almost one-shots the raid. Almost one-shots the raid. Shame on this tank. Shame on the DK from our last group. Leaving a PTR key is probably the most cringe thing you can do. I thought leaving keys on live was cringe, but leaving these PTR keys is absolutely more cringe. But what we can do, take a look at this healing breakdown, and if you thought Ancient Teachings was doing so much healing on normal WoW or like retail current WoW, take a look at this. It's so much, so much healing because of your Jade Lightnings. Actually, let me pull up overall data. Let me make sure it's showing overall. So we can take a look at that. I still don't think it's overall. Why is it not showing? It is bugging. It's currently bugging. Anyways, you see just how much healing Ancient Teachings does because of all those lightnings that we're getting off. Conduit does a ton of healing as well. You're very safe. You have a lot of protection. You have so many Crackling Jade Lightnings, so much haste. Yeah, plugin not available. This is Dude, the PTR is just wigging out on me. I'm sorry, guys, but thank you so much for watching this video. As you can see, Mistweaver's got a lot going on, and it's almost a little too much, but that's like a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing for experienced players. It's going to be a lot to kind of get used to for, newer players. So if you want to learn Mistweaver and you want to master all of the things that are going on, I promise you I will be making a ton of guides and instructional videos as the season is coming out. So make sure that you guys are subscribed so you don't miss any of that. I have a lot of Season 3 content coming your way. Mistweaver's looking sick, and as you can see, I guess that fight wasn't a good example because I was running all over the place. But our damage was still pretty good. It's still not to the level of Master of Harmony, but like 620k isn't bad. Like, it's not bad healer damage. I wish it was a little bit more, I guess, but you see just how much your Crackling Jade Lightnings are doing. It's a lot. And Conduit itself did 9% of that. So I think this build has legs. I think, especially with all the life cocoons you're getting, all the lightnings you're getting, it really adds up to a very well-rounded spec. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you like this video on your way out. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.